to New York City. We're exploring Queens today. Off into Kew Gardens. Nice to see you here. I'm Ariel, you're watching Urbanist. And let's get off Kew Gardens here in the middle of Queens. I actually have not much idea of what's in Kew Gardens. I've only been here very few times in my entire life in New York City. So I'm excited to show you what's here, and we'll all be experiencing it together for the first time in essence. So join me for a complete wander. I have no idea what we're going to see. I have no idea what we're going to encounter. But all I know is Kew Gardens has beautiful architecture, and let's admire some architecture at the very least. Maybe we'll bump into some cool businesses as well. And now we are out. So welcome to Kew Gardens, ladies and gentlemen. Justine and Michelle, this is your neighborhood. So cool.
The next stop is a short platform. Doors will open only in the first 6 cars.
That's so cool. Okay, so Justine and Michelle, do let me know if you have any recommendations. This is really my first time in Kew Gardens in many years. And let me show you, this is the Long Island Railroad. This is what I use to get to Kew Gardens a little bit quicker than using the subway. This is the new trains that are introduced to the Long Island Railroad. And it's off now. Next stop is going to be Forest Hills for that specific train. So welcome to Kew Gardens, Queens. Todd and Michelle are recommending Danny's House of Pizza. It'll be on your left when you get off the train. So that's amazing. I don't know too much about this neighborhood, so thank you for the recommendation of Danny's. I think I must oblige. We have locals tuning in, and they tell me that Danny's Pizza is probably the first thing to try out. So let's try it out. Let's see if it's open. So join me on this complete wander. I don't know too much about the neighborhood, so hopefully we'll get a few locals recommending things. But all I know is that this is one of the original garden cities of New York. So we're definitely going to be in for some nice architecture at least. Let's go. So this Long Island Railroad stop was actually built in 1870. It was one of the earlier Long Island Railroad stops here at Kew Gardens, which is a reference to the London neighborhood of Kew Gardens. And the reason is there was an Englishman who actually bought up all these lands in the mid-1800s in order to make what is called the Garden City. And we'll talk a little bit more about what garden cities are. But I see a train passing. Let's see. Hello, Sarah from the UK. Danny's on the corner. Ooh, a lot of people know about Danny's. Hello, Balabis. Hello, Bounty. So next is 151 at Penn Station. And the train is passing here now. Here's another train passing. Mo, you always go to the Kew Gardens movie theater. That I do know about, but I actually never been to the Kew Gardens movie theater. I know it's one of the few family-owned movie theaters in all of New York, and I think it's the same family as Cobble Hill Cinema. So there goes the train. So 1870 was this very first Long Island Railroad. Let's see if they have photos. Sometimes they have photos of the old railroad, or at least drawings. Here's a nice mosaic. And the original name for this railroad station was Hopedale. It really serviced a lot of people who were visiting the nearby cemetery. But of course, nowadays it is a major station, a major neighborhood with 25,000 people living here. So look at this beautiful mosaic tile. When was this made? Beautiful. Mo says, okay, go to your right now. Okay, we will. We will. Let's see if the train station is open just before we... No. Usually the train stations are only open during the weekdays. So weekend, it's closed. Justine, you're the manager. Justine, yes, you're the manager of the theater. You know, I wanted to cover the theater. We didn't get to that point, unfortunately. Justine has been wanting me to come along and show the movie theater. But now that movie theaters are in a rough time, I hope you guys open once you get the go-ahead. Once you get the go-ahead, do reach out to me, Justine. Reach out to me. Let me know. I would love to show my support for the Kew Gardens movie theater, hoping that it reopens. And when it does, let me know if you guys want to see an in-depth look inside what a movie theater is like, especially a family-run movie theater here in New York City. So is it here? There's a few. Ooh, there's like a little coffee shop selling La Colombe coffee here. That's so cool. Wow, I like this. This is very kind of homey. Here's a little like beer hall, beer garden. A Radeberger with little tents. Hey Cynthia, hope you're having a happy Sunday too. Welcome. And here's a plaque for Roger Dangerfield, famous New York comedian, 1921 to 2004, lived a pretty long life. He was stand-up comedy and actor and producer and everything. And his famous catchphrase is, "I don't get no respect, I get no respect." That's his famous catchphrase. So he's from here. Early life in Kew Gardens. Rodney Dangerfield. That's so cool. So our first celebrity encounter. I love Rodney Dangerfield. I remember that ever since I was a little kid. He appeared also in a few kids' films. I get no respect. I don't get no respect. Here's a little waterfall. Oh, this is so adorable. I really like this beer garden. This is cool. Beer garden right by the train station. This feels very London to me. I feel like I'm in an English village. Is this New York? or did we go to some small little neighborhood in the outskirts of London? Okay, no, we're in New York. Yeah, this is New York. Here's Kew Gardens Cinemas, right there. So where's Danny's, ladies and gentlemen? We'll see. Let me show the cinema first. So this is, Justine mentioned, family-owned cinema, Cobble Hill. Is there other cinema that they own? Syl says, thank you for taking us on all these wonderful walks. Oh, amazing, Syl. Thank you so much for the super chat. £5 super chat. Make a right. Okay. Cool. I will. I'll make a right. Cool. After I show this movie theater. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate it. So, movie theaters. I hope you guys come back. Justine. Again, Justine, do reach out to me. Let me know. When you guys reopen, I'll be more than happy to show it to everyone. So the doors open 30 minutes before the first showtime. Oh, cool. There we go. Oh, wow. These old movie theaters giving me back memories. Let's zoom in. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm getting so many memories from coming to the movie theaters in Queens when I was little. I didn't go to this specific theater, but I went to similar ones like Midway, Lowe's, Queens Mall, the one in Queens Mall. And again, this looks like a neighborhood on the outskirts of London, and we're gonna see a lot of Tudor architecture here. Mo sent 50 stars. Thank you so much, Mo. Justine says I miss working. Yeah, Justine, I hope things get better in the pandemic and theaters are allowed to open once again. The posters are starting to get faded. And was there a rooftop, Justine? There's like a solar panel rooftop on top. Oh, and wow, you guys were going to play Wes Anderson's film. I wonder if it's rescheduled, The French Dispatch. Oh, I can't wait to see that. One of my favorite filmmakers. Steve says London, US. Well, to me, it looks like a small little neighborhood on the outskirts of London because of the architecture. Timelapse says, yes, those are solar panel. Yes, they are. Welcome, my dear, says Mo. Love the classic look. Me too. This is a great neighborhood. This is like stepping back in time. All right, Danny's is unfortunately closed. But I'll show it to you from the outside. Maybe I'll come back if they reopen. Let's go on the crosswalk. People seem to be driving here fast. Ronald has the small town feel. It does, yeah. So we're gonna investigate. There's my liquor shop I shop in. Ooh, here? No, Mini Burger. So cool, Mo. I'm glad we have fellow locals tuning in. Here's a place called Mini Burger. Singa's Famous. Some like fast food here. And it seems to be a small business fast food. So that's cool. All right, let's cross the street. I'll show you Danny's from the outside. Does Danny's open at 2 p.m.? Okay, cool. I'll do my best to come back here and potentially try a slice at Danny's. Mo says, nah, Mini Burgers. Yeah, so Danny's opens at 2 p.m. Let's see if we can go back here. Here's the Long Island Railroad Station. If you're going to Long Island bound, you will have to come on this side. Mark says you could be back in Bristol. Yeah, this is how it feels like. To me, yeah. It feels like if I'm going to Bristol or England, you know, it has that feel to it. And as I mentioned, this entire neighborhood was actually bought by Englishmen back in the mid-1800s to develop it into an English garden city. I used to eat there every Saturday night, says Mo. Oh, cool. Hey, just Kate. There used to be a golf course here. Yeah, I heard. Is it still open? All right, let's wander around. Let's see a little bit more of what Kew Gardens has to offer. Some interesting architecture over there. Let's check it out. The train station was once a man-made lake. Oh, it is. Marilyn, you're doing a great job. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. Mo says, I ate inside the dining area of Danny's every Saturday night. A group of us were regulars. Oh, cool. It has such a community feel. Mo says 5 of us. Oh, cool. 5 of you guys all having dinner together. That's amazing. Your hair salon. Oh, cool. There's a Willow Books on your left. Okay. On my left. So this way? I'll check it out. Looks like German buildings. Yeah, some German style here. A lot of Tudor and some German. We gotta wait for the crosswalk. A lot of crosswalks here. This is like a interesting intersection. It's almost like a 5-way intersection here. Lena, you're drawing so you'll listen to my calm voice today. I'm so glad. Kew and Willow Books are awesome. All right, let's see if we can pay them a visit. just love the look of this. So here we started to see some single family housing down this way. Listen, homestead on the corner. Great German appetizing strudel. Homestead Deli is great. Oh, cool. I'm glad a lot of people are enjoying it. All right, I'll show it from the outside. Let's cross once again. Am I in Queens? I am indeed in Queens. This is near Forest Hills. Yes, this is the bordering neighborhood of Forest Hills, Kew Gardens. Watch out for the cars. Yes, indeed, I am. The camera might make them look closer than they are. Don't worry. But the lights do take quite a while. You can tell, like this area, this neighborhood definitely was built pre-car, but you can see how it was carved up to adjust for cars. All right, there we go. Finally. Hey, from Scotland, welcome. So this definitely looks German inspired, more than Tudor. Let me know, what would you call this style of architecture right here? It definitely has a name, but it's escaping me at the moment. So here's Homestead. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that looks like a great streusel. Wow, that looks good, actually. Paul is saying this is also Tudor style. Okay. Yeah, Tudor revival. Yeah, it has a little bit of a German feel, but yeah, you're right. It's Tudor. All right, I'll go inside. Hello. Yeah. So it looks absolutely amazing. I'm a bit full today, so I won't be doing too much food, but I hope you look the inside look. The pastries looked amazing. The black and white cookies actually look really authentic to really old school New York. So looks like a great place. How do I feel after my dinner last night? I am full to the brim. I felt great. I slept like a baby. They had great kielbasa. Okay, cool. Black Forest ham. Jao says, thank you so much for your videos. You have an incredible vibe and totally makes me feel better when I'm down. Oh, I'm so glad, everyone. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Jao, for that sweet message. I'm so glad I can provide some good vibes. That's what's important. Kew and Willow Books were coming upon it. You're close to the Kew Gardens Long Island Railroad Station, says Longian. Yes, Longian, that's where we got off. That's where we started. We might go back at some point. Kew and Willow Books, not open right now. But beautiful little bookstore here in the middle of Kew Gardens. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at that. Wow. And everyone, if you hear me say that's amazing, wow, cool, it's because I'm very excited. it's okay to say amazing things constantly over and over again.
Hi, Ariel. It's
Hey,
Justine.
hey, Justin. Oh my God. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
How are you doing? Let me give you an elbow bump.
Elbow
Yeah.
bump.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm sorry this is closed.
It's closed right now. Yeah. Do they
Yeah.
open during the day?
They, I think just because of the pandemic, they might not be. It's like Tuesday through
Oh, I
Saturday.
see. I see.
They really are fantastic.
I'm glad you stepped out to say
I
hi.
was like, he's at Homestead.
Yeah.
So I ran to Homestead and then I saw you cross the street.
Do you enjoy the neighborhood?
I love it here.
Yeah.
I've lived here since 1986.
Oh, 1986, quite a while.
Yeah.
How has it changed since then?
It's changed not terribly much. You would
Yeah.
think that overall this time it would, but really not so much. Homestead's been a staple here for forever.
Yeah.
So the theater used to actually be, I'm out of breath.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I also get winded whenever I'm like waiting for quite a while. Everyone say hello to Justine.
Hi everybody.
You've been tuning in for like 4 years around there,
Yes.
like three or 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
the theater, it was a porn theater for a long time.
Yeah.
The neighborhood shut it down, and the Elgart family purchased it, and they just brought it back to life. It's all the authentic wood paneling,
Oh.
the flamingo paintings on the ceiling. It's a beautiful theater.
Also, they retain the aspects of the old
Yes.
one single theater, because
Yeah,
that's a now
but they
multiplex.
chopped it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 6 theaters, but it's just gorgeous inside. I can't wait to show you.
Oh yeah. I would love to get like a view of like the projection room and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
is there any idea like you guys will be reopening?
We won't
Still
know for a
up in the
while.
air. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all up in the air. As soon as they give the go-ahead, we're all set up inside. You know, we have the partitions, we have everything ready, and we're all trained, but we don't know when it's going to happen. So,
And what was on the rooftop? Is there like a rooftop garden or is this
no, it's all
solar
solar panels.
solar panels? Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so he went green some years ago, and you couldn't really set up. Like a lot of people during the pandemic was saying, "Could you set up seats up there and show films?"
Yeah,
But
yeah.
We couldn't. There's no. We wouldn't have been able to anyway because there's all of the machinery up there, the air conditioning, the heating system.
It won't be so pleasant for audio as well. Right.
It wouldn't. And to get up there, you have to climb up this treacherous ladder that only we would do, but we're not going to send our patrons up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm glad you're here. It's a
Yeah.
lovely neighborhood.
Do you have any other recommendations for me and for everyone who's watching of this neighborhood?
Yeah, I mean, the staples are, well, this store is relatively new and it's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Barnes & Noble in Forest Hills had closed down, and some of the workers,
Oh, I closed down.
through crowdfunding, they were able to open this store.
Oh, that's good to
So,
hear.
yeah,
Because
because we don't
Barnes and
have-
Nobles was the only hangout in,
Yeah.
in Queens for book.
It was really the only bookstore
Yeah.
nearby. So this is a great place, and they have a monthly book club,
Huh.
which is fantastic. And Austin Dale House is great for a burger. They really make fantastic.
Austin Dale House. Huh?
So-
And did you ever go to the beer garden?
That's Austin
Yeah.
Dale House.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's their outdoors. I think that's all you can do now is outdoors. seating.
Oh, nice. And how about Pretty Streets? Pretty Streets that I
Yeah,
should walk
it's
through.
all- It's all really nice. There's the building on the corner.
Yeah.
First of all, there's a building right across from Danny's. It's a retirement home now.
Yeah.
It was once the Kew Gardens Hotel, and they
Oh,
had like
that's where it
dance
was.
parties on the roof.
Okay.
And because this was a very prominent area, this was all a golf course.
Yeah.
And where the station is sitting now, that station's been closed for some years now. That was a man-made lake.
Oh,
So
interesting.
they covered over that. The theater was the clubhouse for the golf course, and they turned it into a theater in the 30s,
Yeah.
and it was much like ours now. It was like independent and stuff.
When each neighborhood like had 2 or 3 single theaters. Yeah,
Yes.
not multiplexes were not the
Right,
thing back
right.
then.
And they would host pie eating contests in the lobby. It was a gathering place for the area.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
And yeah, I mean, where the homestead is, that's original architecture from when they first started to build up the area. The whole block was
Yeah.
once those Tudor the Tudor architecture, but got chopped up.
I'm excited to see it. Yeah.
So-
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you again for
Thank
jumping
you.
down
Can I
and
get a selfie?
yeah, of course. Everyone, you want to join in for the selfie? Let's
This is like so fun.
actually yeah.
There you go.
Actually, so people can join in for the
Yes,
selfie as well.
definitely. Cool.
Amazing.
Okay,
Have a great day.
everybody.
Bye-bye,
Great
Justine.
to see everybody.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy. Oh, Ariel,
Yeah.
around the corner from the theater is a park, and you'll see a Rodney Danger mural on the wall.
Oh, good to know. Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Perfect.
Enjoy.
Have a good day. So that was Justine. She's been watching for a long time. One OG urbanist. Give her a round of hearts in the comments. Wonderful suggestion she just gave us. She works at the movie theater. Hopefully it reopens. Send them your best wishes. The moment it reopens, and if you're in New York City, give them a visit. See a movie there if you feel safe to do so. And now let's continue walking around. We're gonna kind of do a circle and go back to where Justine recommended. Can you see my blank face in the? Everyone appeared. All a few hundred of you appeared in the selfie. There's the realty company. $500,000. $325,000 for this apartment that has one bedroom. One bedroom for $325,000. $1.6 million. And it has 3 bedrooms. Cool. Awesome. Sounds reasonable. Nicole says, go to Denny's. Yes, it opens at 2 p.m. So hopefully it opens at 2 p.m. It snowed last night. Yeah, very briefly. It snowed very little last night. Hey Loma, I enjoyed watching you yesterday. It was a treat looking at all those wonderful courses, and the restaurant was beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad you think so. Loved her cameo and nice chat. Yeah, indeed. I'm so glad you did. ASL says, can you blank my picture out of the selfie, please? Sorry, ASL. The moment you are watching these live videos, you are consenting to your appearing. If you come say hi to me, the camera will be pointed at your face, so just so you know. Lisbon says, you're following me around. I live in Forest Hills. That's so cool, Lisbon. Hey Greg, the best pizza. And your brother lives in Nolita. You're always visiting his neighborhood when I'm visiting Lisbon. Oh, that's so cool that we're on the same page. I'm on the sofa watching my... East 20 Vlog says I'm on the sofa watching my video. Oh, cool. That's awesome. You're around the corner of my house, says Rivka. Oh, that's awesome, Rivka. That's really cool. What is this? Is this a synagogue? Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah. Let's see. Wow, sun here. There's a bus, Q10. So this is the Kew Gardens Synagogue Adath Yeshurun. Do I prefer Queens over Brooklyn? I was raised in Queens and have been around this area my entire life. I love Queens. I have a strong affinity to it. But if you were to ask me where I like to hang out the most, I do hang out more in Brooklyn. Queens is a little bit more residential. There's a few exceptions that is not as residential. Hey, how's it going? There's a few exceptions that's not as residential that are vibrant to hang out in, but it's few and far between. There was a family giving me an evil eye for pointing the camera towards the synagogue. So, sure. But come in peace. Ooh, another beautiful synagogue. Look at that. Zoom in. Jack, she was giving you the eye, indeed. She was. Robert, yes, I am aware. Yeah. Very sad moment in history. Did I reach 30K subs now? I hear Bob's family. Yeah, Bob is somewhere up there. Bob's little children. Cartier says, I finished watching Pretending It's a City. Thanks again. Oh, yeah. Oh, you finished before me. I have like 3 episodes left. Or 2 episodes left. That's so cool. I hope you enjoyed it, Bob. Cartier. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat. Amen says, go to Tu Casa restaurant. Where is that? Let me know. It'll be hard for me to find directions here, but I'll do my best if I pass by it. All right, let's continue going down this main road leftwards, and then we'll turn back around. Beautiful synagogues. Patricia, watching from Sao Paulo. Bienvenidos. This is a Jewish neighborhood. It appears to be, at least this section. Actually, pretty surprised. I didn't realize there was a big Jewish neighborhood in this area of Queens. Thoroughly enjoyed your early supper yesterday that you streamed. Says, oh, so glad you enjoyed it. Find me a bagel, says he's 20 vlogs. If I pass by a bagel store, I will point it out. Yeah. Huge Hasidic community here, it says. Yeah, that's right. It appears to be the case, Z. It appears to be the case. Thank you for letting us know. Lost in the Curve says Portuguese is spoken in Spanish. Indeed. That's why I said hola, not hola. All right, here's Tu Casa. Let's see what Tu Casa is about. This is not going to be a food adventure today, but I'll point out the menu from the outside. Here's a Tu Casa restaurant. Comida Latina. Pollo a la brasa, which means basically rotisserie chicken. And let's see if they have a menu. We'll see a menu. Nope, no menu, but it does indeed look very beautiful. Here we have some indoor-outdoor seating. Indoor-outdoors. Or outdoor-indoor. And Hangar 11, someone else mentioned that. Another indoor-outdoor seating. There is airflow. Oh, that's kind of ingenious. There's little pockets for airflow. What is your secret for hangovers, says Judith. I did not experience a hangover. Then again, I'm very young, so not so susceptible to that. I also drink a lot of water, so that's usually my secret. It's drinking a lot of water at the same time. You should visit Middle Village. Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'll be exploring more Queens these next 2 weeks, so stay tuned. Marilyn says, you're delightful. Stay super hydrated if you're hungover. Yes, indeed. I think that's why I experienced zero hangover. I only had 3 cocktails, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't that much. You like Tu Casa. There's another one for sale. Thank you for letting me know. I might come back and try it one day. So I'm gonna cross the street whenever there's no cars passing through. we're zigzagging around. So if you're getting lost, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Plenty of other videos you can see to find your way around. Chu says we're outside waiting for you. Shout out to Amia and Ava. Waiting outside where? Let me know. Chu, are you an owner of the restaurant? If you are, I'm more than happy to walk in and show it to everyone. If any owners of restaurants are tuning in or businesses. Here's Tika. I tried these guys. I think they were in Williamsburg at some point. I don't think they're no longer open in Williamsburg. But I remember trying them in Williamsburg. I really enjoyed them. So someone just said it's a good place for food as well. ¿Te gusta la cocina árabe? Sí, me encanta la cocina árabe. Me encanta. Hay muchos áreas bien bueno de árabe. Look toward the driveway. Oh, beautiful little row of houses. Hey! Chu, nice to see you. Thank you so much for watching. What? Let me zoom in on these guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. That's awesome. All right. So yeah, that was Chu. Awesome. And Ava and Aya, I think it was a family watching. Round of hearts for those guys. Round of hearts for Chu and his family. That's so cool. Beautiful apartments that they have there. Family tune in. All right, let's continue walking through. There's a nice little pastry shop here. Whew, it's getting cold. That was cool, yeah. That was cool indeed. Saniya says it's difficult to choose when two walkers are live at the same time. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. The choice might get a little bit harder moving forward because there's going to be more walkers popping up. But I will respect. If you prefer another walker, that is cool. That's cool. If you prefer watching me on replay, that's cool. No hard feelings. Hey, Surrenda, you're from Trinidad. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Lisa, I'm so happy you enjoy my show. I enjoy walking with Ariel. So fun. Oh, Natalie, I'm so glad. Beautiful curvy streets here as well. I love it. This is a gorgeous neighborhood. All right, let's continue walking. Adia says, never another walker. No one does it like you. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad to be your favorite. I'll say that. There's a park nearby. Ooh, a park. I love parks. I know many of you do as well. Parks, buildings, coffee. I mean, you can't ask for more. Literally, that is the makeup of a great neighborhood. Parks, cool buildings, and coffee. You get those three, you're done. Great neighborhood. If you don't have those three things, then I'm sorry to say, you're not a good neighborhood. You gotta do some work. Forest Park is one of the nicest parks in all New York City. Yeah, so stay tuned. I might not be able to do Forest Park today. We're just sticking more to the general area around the station. Stay back. Stay tuned because I'll do it. East 20 Vlogs, thank you for the dollar pound super chat. Appreciate you. Monica for 200 stars. I appreciate you. Mags asked for a bench test. If we bump into a bench, it will be tested. Q10 runs here. Yeah, it does. All right, let's check out your spots over here. Seems pretty clear as well, yeah. Natalie says, great that the moderators are reminding you to press that like button. Yeah, it's cool. It's a great way to get more viewers. Ah, someone put a bird feeder here. Look at that. This is beauty, ladies and gentlemen. A squirrel hanging out with a bunch of birds. Thank you to that anonymous viewer. Do let me know, the one who gifted me the book on New York wildlife. Justine, yeah, Justine. We are briefly past. We briefly passed Tu Casa. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh. So Q10, it connects to JFK Airport. Well, that's really cool. Look at that. Adam says that squirrel has been eating the bird food. Yeah, yeah, indeed. Justine says someone down the block has chickens. Oh. Mo, are you in this neighborhood? I can't deny a good cup of coffee. Let me know. Am I going the right direction? I'll say okay. I'll be happy to accept the coffee for a few minutes. I'm not sure if you're referring to right now, if you all pop out and show a good cup of coffee. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Let us know. Lisa says, please post your PayPal. Sure thing. Here it is. Here's my PayPal. If you're hungry, check out Hanger. Hey, yeah, Mo, that's a synagogue over here. I used to live here. No, no, remember, I live in LIC. Oh, okay, that's what you're referring to. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, beautiful synagogues. Does the Q10 bus go to Manhattan? No, Q10 bus goes to JFK through Queens. It appears to be the case. There's a few buses that go into Manhattan, but very few that go from Manhattan to Queens and Queens to Manhattan. There's one in Astoria, there's one in Jackson Heights, and I'm not sure where are the other ones. All right, let's check out a little bit of the houses, shall we? Let me know if anyone has a good bus ride recommendation. Marilyn, you went to Shoal for Hebrew lessons. Oh, that's amazing. How were you gifted anonymously, says Judith. I have an Amazon wish list. You can put your name and a message so I know who it is, or you can gift it anonymously. So I have a list of books and pieces of gear that I will need for research or for using in the show. And the latest one to gift me was The Secret Bars and Restaurants of London. Colin, aka 4K Wanderer gifted me The Secret Bars and Restaurants of London. Thank you so much, 4K Wanderer, for gifting me that book. It's going to come into use when I go back to London, hopefully this year. Q10 begins its run at Union Turnpike subway station. All right, good to know. Mo, you lived here from 2017 to 2018. Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. Is this connected to Kew Gardens in London? Inspired by it, maybe. The name is derived from the London neighborhood of the same name, yeah. This was indeed also bought by an Englishman. This entire land area was bought by him in the mid-1800s in efforts to make into a garden city. Those efforts were later realized by 1890s all the way to the 1920s, 30s, when they started really building up this garden city. So garden cities in essence are like mini urban centers in the outskirts of a major urban center. So this garden city movement started in England, in the outskirts of London, with the urban planner Ebenezer Howard. And he wanted to make a place where you can have a lot of green areas, have space for your own home, and they're very purposefully built to be small urban centers, well connected, you're walking distance to everything. And the way you get to the city is by taking a railroad. That idea caught on quite a lot here in New York, Forest Hills being the first one, then later Jackson Heights, Forest Hills Gardens as well, right next to Forest Hills, and Kew Gardens. So that's why walking around, you might feel like we are in the outskirts of London, because that's literally its intention. Sean says the original London Garden City is still here. Yes, and I can't wait to visit. Milton Keynes is the famous garden city in England. Thank you so much for letting us know the name, Just Kate. Milton Keynes. Might be mispronouncing that. Kay, thank you so much for encouraging people to share the video on Facebook. I appreciate you. Are you near Forest Park? I think I definitely am. But I won't be doing Forest Park today. Maybe soon. Stay tuned. What a beautiful neighborhood. I agree. Gorgeous neighborhood. Gorgeous houses. Sean says it's pronounced Milton Keynes. Okay, thank you. Milton Keynes is one of the more famous garden cities outside London. Can you imagine living in a house here? Great question. You know, this is in my perspective. Again, we're all chatting. Do your own research. Nothing here is meant to be a professional opinion nor an academic discussion. From my perspective, this is the best example of single-family housing in the outskirts of a city. I am not big of a fan of the suburbs because the suburbs feel so disconnected from the cities, and most of the suburbs in the US highly depend, also in Canada, highly depend on the motor vehicle to get around. But I like this right here, all this, because there's one major difference. It's very well connected to mass transit and a variety of mass transit. Buses, subway, because the Union Turnpike subway stop is nearby, and there's a few others. The Briarwood stop is also close by. And also the Long Island Railroad. So those three things make it very easy to get to the city or to any other parts of, say, Brooklyn or Queens. That, in my opinion, is what makes a great neighborhood if you want to live in a bigger house all to yourself. But the thing is, there's also one second major difference, is that it's not just rows and rows and rows and miles of single-family housing, because that kind of gets boring and it's not really walkable once you start getting to the suburbs. They're not really that walkable. But here, there's walkability because Yes, there's single family housing that, yeah, you can live with a huge family if you choose to. But right next door, there's multifamily housing. And that multifamily housing gives a variety to the neighborhood, gives a density to the neighborhood, so people can open up their coffee shops, their pizzerias, their delis, and all be walkable. So both the high class and, say, middle class, and maybe all the way to the lower classes, all live in a similar neighborhood and have access to similar resources. That's a beautiful thing, in my opinion. So let me know what you think. Obviously, I'm called Urbanist. The show is called Urbanist. So I really love cities, and I think that's obvious. Beautiful mansion over here. Wow, this is gorgeous. Looks like the old mansions of Gilded Age Manhattan. Let's take a look in the front. You're a block from the U.S. Open. Yeah, we're close to Forest Hills. Yeah. Wow, beautiful. Adia says, totally agree. Oh, that's so awesome. I've always wanted to explore the Kew Gardens area, especially the Long Island Railroad Station. Oh, so glad. Judith says, I like your perspective. I'm glad you do. That's awesome. What time is it there? I think about a little bit after 2 p.m. Adam, would I rather live in the city? I like a little bit denser living, so I'm more of a fan of living right smack dab in the middle of the city. Let me know. Would you live in a garden city like this, close to the city, with mass transit? Or would you rather live right in the middle of Manhattan or right in the middle of the big neighborhoods in Brooklyn? Let me know. Rachel says, hey, you enjoy my educated articulation of whatever you talk about and your inclusive attitude. Oh, I'm so glad. Where's the coffee? Oh, I don't know. Let me know if anyone has a coffee recommendation here. Of course, this is not to say that country living is bad. Anytime I praise cities, or I hear someone praising cities, there tends to be someone saying, hey, why are you talking trash about the country? Why are you talking trash about rural areas? Don't mistake that. No. Rural living is awesome. There's 7 billion people on this earth. People all have different preferences, lifestyles, work that they do that require different environments, living environments. Maybe rural, maybe suburban, maybe urban, maybe garden cities, maybe packed into tiny little apartments like certain areas of Hong Kong or other areas like that. They all have their wonders, and then if you're a person who loves the city, it doesn't mean you're going to be there forever. I love New York, doesn't mean I'm going to be here forever. It might mean that I'm here for a few years, or a few decades. Maybe one day I'll live out in the rural areas, in the mountaintops of Switzerland. Maybe one day, or maybe not. Here is an old remnant of old New York. This is a place to call the fire and the police department. And I'm not sure if they're still working. Most of them I think are defunct. Yeah, really cool. This one's kind of short because of the change in elevation, but usually they're pretty tall when you get close up to them. Is it operating? I don't think so. Sean says press the button. I don't want to take the risk. There's no emergency. Brandon, you say push the button. Indeed. I thought that was a fire hydrant, Adam. Yes, indeed. No, it's not. No, it's not a fire hydrant. That's a colonial style mansion. Yeah. Bob is asking, does it work? No. Most of them are defunct. I prefer the Burbs, says Linda. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm so happy that so many people love your video, says Esme. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Esme. We need Kay to ban the spammer on Facebook. Oh, yeah. Kay will take care of it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't respond to that spammer. Just report them. Daniel, I don't fear any crime here. I feel safe in this neighborhood. Adam is asking, would you love to have a backyard? For a very long time in my life, I lived in a house with a backyard, and I barely ever used it. During the pandemic, since I was with family, I was using it. It was nice. That said, I think backyards might be a bit overrated, especially if you tend to be on the younger side, and maybe not someone who's, if you're not really that into gardening or farming on your own, then it might be a bit overrated. I think there's a certain beauty of living in an apartment and kind of walking out and going to the park. It's a bit more social because you see more people that you might know, potentially, especially if it's a well-built city. That's my perspective, so no, I would not care for a yard, personally. But of course, everyone has different interests. No, I will reach out. Thank you. Grow your own food. Yeah, indeed. Look at these row of houses. Catherine, indeed. I will not be talking about that story. Indeed. I am aware of it. I know this neighborhood unfortunately has that bad, infamous story attached to it, but I won't be talking about it. Oh, that is strange, Kay. Well, we'll talk about it later. Just ignore. Yeah, who are you?
I saw you wanted coffee. I came and brought you one.
Oh, what's your name?
Rivka.
Rivka. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Rivka. Have a good day. Bye-bye. All right. So here's some coffee. Rivka is watching nearby. Thank you, Rivka. I appreciate it. All right, there we go. Thank you, Rivka. Everyone press that heart button for Rivka. We'll try a little bit. Coffee materialized out of nowhere, almost seemingly. So I appreciate you, Rivka. That's so nice. It was a coffee and run. Let me put the camera down. I'm not right next to someone. We'll see over here. That's very friendly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's try a little bit. I'm not a big fan of milk, but I do appreciate you, Rivka. She gave me a latte. This is awesome. I'll try some. Thank you. So right here, wow, Rivka, did you make this yourself? Let me know. Did you make it? Let me know. This is a nice latte. Seems like it was pretty packed to the brim. So that's awesome. Did you make this yourself, Rivka? Let me know. Forgot to bring sugar. No, Rivka, no worries. To be transparent, I actually don't drink too much milk. I'm a bit lactose intolerant, but I will give it a try. Rivka, I do appreciate it, Rivka. An Nespresso machine. Okay, cool. Rivka made this on Nespresso. Awesome. Cheers. Let's try it out. Wow, I haven't had a cup of coffee with milk in ages. To me, is such a nostalgic taste to it. That's awesome. Wow, Rivka, thank you. This is actually really good. To me, this is bringing me back to my college days. I used to drink lots of coffee with milk back in my college days. It was before I really got the taste for black coffee. And this is really bringing me back. This is a great way to rouse my spirits as we wander a little bit more through this area of Kew Gardens. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to see in Kew Gardens. Mo and everyone watching on Facebook, I'm sorry that there's a spammer. I unfortunately can't really do anything right now at this very moment in time. Do your best to ignore them. But Mo, I'll stay in touch. Thank you so much for volunteering to moderate. There's something about homemade coffee. It's a beautiful thing. It tastes wonderful. There's something beautiful about it. So Rivka, you are a legend for a great, great coffee. I feel like I just went to your home and just sat down on a cozy couch and had this while chatting. During pandemic, I know those are rough times, but that's how I feel right now. Here's the train passing now again. So I'll continue walking in a few moments. Delicious. Delicious. Drink some water. Mo says, Rivka, you're a mensch. Indeed. You should have had a chat with you. I think Rivka did not want to chat, but otherwise I would have. But it was a nice coffee and run. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Rivka. So Rivka has sponsored the coffee directly from her very home Nespresso machine. Now let's continue walking around. Thank you for the nice coffee break here at this beautiful station, and we're actually right by the historic hotel, so let me show it to you a little bit around. And a few people asked for the Kitty Genovese story. I won't be talking about that. I won't be mentioning it. If you want to do your research, unfortunately that's a very sad moment in this neighborhood's history. Don't forget Danny's. Yes, I think Danny's is required, so stay tuned. Robert says, I recently began drinking cold brew. I like this overpass. Oh, this is the street itself. The street is overpassing over here. Oh, that's awesome. Carrie, thank you so much for sending the stars. I appreciate it. Yeah, everyone, I don't talk about true crime, so or crime or news or violent crime, so I don't talk about those subjects generally, unless if it's very historic. So no. So let me show you more of the hotel. Ultra excellent, great signal and great style. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. So Danny's is still closed, so let's wander a little bit more. Let's go on the other side of the train station. I think they're open, so I'm gonna be silent for a little bit as I wait in line. Stay tuned. So let's come back in a little bit. I think people are lining up for the first rush of pizzas. I doubt there will be a line right after. Unless if this place is super famous, let me know. Always a line at 2 p.m. Okay. Yeah, let's wait a little bit. Let's take our time. So someone mentioned they wanted bagels right here. Baker's Dozen. Hot bagels every day. Celeste says, I don't know if that will help you. Here's Austin, which Justine recommended. Do you think the line will get longer at Danny's? Really? Sorry, I'm not so used to I don't really see that many like super popular pizzas. There's very few of them. It's like Lucales and Di Fara. Is it like those places where there's like a huge line all the day? Let me know. Waiting in line is like the most awkward thing to do on live video. That's why I usually don't do it. I usually don't do it. It's so awkward to carry a camera and not talk to it and also wait online next to people who are pretty quiet. It's the most awkward thing. So hopefully there's not a line. Cross your fingers. I'll show you more of the neighborhood. Urbanist, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome. Beautiful Tudor style architecture here. Walk down to the movie theater park. Ah, is there a park right behind it? The true zigzag, everyone. True zigzag. All right, we're going to zigzag around even more. We'll make our way back to the movie theater. Virginia says, there's always a line. It's so worth it. East 20 Vlogs says it's very London looking. Yeah, indeed. East 20 Vlogs. Indeed it is. Thank you again for the super chats. If you like pesto, I recommend pesto slice. Oh, interesting. I'm masquerading as a leopard. Indeed I am. Hey, Nihat. Great job. Thank you so much, Nihat. I appreciate you. All right. So Bob brought his family over here today. Huge family. Here he has Ziomada, Barbara, all the ones. I have to wait an hour for a slice, says Denny. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might be a bit too long. I like pizza, but you know, guys, yeah, waiting in line for during a live video is not the funnest thing, unless if I have a co-host. Okay, you have two bibs, one with a robin, and one with a blackbird. Oh, that's so cool. Sardinia, Prism Live Studios, the app I use. Looks a bit Dutch. Some houses have, yeah, the Dutch gabled roofs. Yeah. This one? Yeah. That Dutch, kind of Dutch style roof. I love the shadows while you're walking. Yeah. So cool. There we go. Yeah. That's interesting. This house is all fenced off. I wonder why. And we have some high rises here. And these high rises were starting to be built already in the 1930s, 1920s. 1930s is when they start coming up. And that's because of the Queens Boulevard subway line. East 20 Vlog says it looks creepy. that particular house, yes. The other ones, not so much. This is a very beautiful neighborhood. We can watch your silhouette. Yes, you guys can. Yes, you can. Here's a public school. Public school 99. Wow, must be old. Let's see. So this is what appears to be a historic public school. So as many of you probably already know, the US has its own public school system, New York City has its own public school system, and they're all called PS, public school, and they have a number right after. Usually that number denotes when it opened, so this probably was the 99th public school to open. But since it's 99th and there's public schools that go well into the 300s, 400s, I think, this must be pretty old. Let's see. Let's see if they have a plaque. They do have a plaque, but it's tiny. Hey Shirley, stopping to say hi. Enjoyed your video. That's awesome. If only your shadow could hold the camera and give you a rest. I'm doing okay. That'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting idea for a Pixar movie. Joe. MZ. Any type of demonstrations happening in Queens? No. Queens will probably be the last place where you'll see any type of demonstrations. If they happen, they'll most likely be in Manhattan or the area of downtown Brooklyn. Here's the Q10 again. Oh, this Q10 zigzags quite a lot. All right, let's see. Ooh, old church alert. We have another old church. This one looks a bit Dutch style. But probably isn't an old Dutch church. Let's see. Maple Grove Cemetery. Ah. We have reached the cemetery. Let's read the plaque. The older section Monumental Park was established in 1875 in the rural cemetery style. James E. Ware designed the administrative building, entrance gate, and receiving tomb in 1880. Memorial Park was designed by George McClure in the 20th century style and was opened in 1943. Among the honored interred are Millie Turnell, former 111-year-old slave, Anne Wilkins, one of the first female missionaries in Africa, John Supton, Queens politician and philanthropist, Sam Lloyd Puzzle King, Charles Manley, aviation pioneer, and Alfred Grebbe, radio and broadcast pioneer, and Elizabeth Reese, wife of reformer Jacob Reese. Oh, the wife of Jacob Reese is buried here. So I don't recognize too many of these names. The only one I recognize is Jacob Reese. And Jacob Reese was the guy who took photos of the very poor people who were living in the slums of the Lower East Side. And it was a big expose because people suddenly saw what life in the slums were. And his wife is buried here. Jacob Reese was very important to the development of New York City, especially more awareness of the disparity in income that was happening here in New York. Let's take a closer look at the church. Do you guys want to go into the cemetery? Let me know. Cemeteries might sound boring, but trust me, they're fun. So this church has actually bathrooms. Oh, cool. Super sticker received. Thank you so much, East 20 Vlogs. Mo, you love how I love to explore. Oh, I'm glad. Mo, that's awesome. So, pro tip, there's restrooms here if you're on a walk. Right there, right over there. No, don't look here, over there. Judith, would I go on a date into a cemetery? It depends. If I'm going on a date with someone who loves history, and they express interest in doing so, then yeah, I would do a wander. I have done so before. Actually, I have had dates who have recommended to walk around a cemetery for fun. So yeah. People here died anywhere between 1970 and early 2000s. Robert, you love my cemetery tour of Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, that was fun. Quite an epic story. Judith says you are rare. G says to each their own. Indeed. Indeed. Luciano says a cemetery is the future of our lives. Oh yes, it is. I think someone's paying their respects, so let's be a little bit more quiet and go to the other side. There's a few people here paying their respects. Two families that I see. 3, 4 families. Wow. Oh, I wonder if they all came together. This is Marble Hill Cemetery. Maple Hill. Sorry, mispronounced it. Maple Grove Cemetery. I was thinking about the one in Manhattan, which is called Marble Hill. Lisa says so many people are updating on cremation. Yeah. Sean says, any recommendations on growing a walking channel? Give the people what they want. Be a positive impact on people. Doesn't matter what type of content you make. Just be a positive force, whatever that might be. It could be manifested in a multitude of ways. It could be just what I'm doing right now, just randomly wandering around, following my love for exploration and sharing it to people all around the world. The entire point of Urbanist is to spread a love of exploration. Or you can do it in any bunch of different ways. What kind of stone is used to make headstones? Great question. I actually don't know. If anyone knows, they seem sometimes to be made out of different stone. So here's Randall, H. Randall Mount, 1875 to 1914. Wow. And this headstone almost looks new. Hendrickson, 1887 to 1953. Granite. So people, Jill said granite. Thank you, Jill. Are there mausoleums? I see a few mausoleums. I'll point them out. I see 2 or 3. Someone made their headstone look like a glacier erratic. This is really cool, if I may say. Shanta, I'm in your neighborhood. Oh, cool, Shanta. So for people who don't know, glacier erratics are basically boulders that weren't from the ground below, but they were kind of carried down when the glaciers melted anywhere between 11,000 years ago to 20,000 years ago. And they were just left in the middle of like a piece of land. There's a lot of glacier erratics all around this area of the United States, especially around modern day New York City and Long Island. And this one looks like a glacier erratic. I'm not sure if it's a real glacier erratic and they just decide to carve their name into it. That's what I'm very curious about. But it's very ingenious. So Graham, Libby May Graham, 1886 to 1967. This is really, really cool. Wow, age 51 years old. Oh wow, passed away very young. Died in 1902. W.H. Graham. So W.H. Graham, either he was a fan of rocks or a fan of geology or something like that, because this is a very unique headstone. Are there glacier erratics in Central Park? Yeah, there's a few big ones. I've shown them before. Give it up to the Graham family for making one of the most unique headstones here in New York City. That's so awesome. Just like making a headstone, a real glacier erratic. Yep, this is a real glacier erratic. This is heavy. They definitely carved into this. This was already here for thousands of years, potentially. Wow. So cool. Never seen anything like that. Yeah, Lisa says never seen anything like that. Let me know. People are paying their respects and they're having a good time. That's awesome. They're laughing about something. Maybe reminiscing about old memories of the person buried. Hey, did I reach a 30K? Oh, wow. Yeah, it seems like I did. Someone mentioned that earlier. Thank you, everyone, for 30,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone tuning in and joining on for these explorations and having fun and seeing what we bump into, enjoying the flow of life as we wander around these great cities all around the world. So thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers. The audience is what makes live video really fun to make as a creator. Otherwise, I would just be making recorded videos. But I love the medium of live video, and it's nice to have 30,000 people joining on along with the 50,000 on Facebook. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Big round of hearts to all of you. Thank you. Next step, 100K. Oh yeah, I can't wait, actually. Okay, this is going to be a pretty steep hill, so let me show you the mausoleums and then let's go back onto Kew Gardens. I'll show you a little bit more. Let's zoom in. Ooh, another glacier erratic. This one's smaller. Let's see if this one's a real one. I can't quite tell. Let's see. It is a very heavy stone. That's definitely the case. But it seems like it was polished. Harry A. Guess, 1875 to 1946. Vista Brahmin Guess, 1900 to 1940. And Ava Young Guess, 1875 to 1935. Alex says, I predict by Valentine's you're at 100K. Oh, Alex, thank you. I appreciate your faith in me. That's awesome. I hear bagpipes. There's bagpipes. Should we follow the bagpipes? Where is it? Should we follow the bagpipes, ladies and gentlemen? It's like in that area. Alright, let's check it out. Stenny, you cut the hand by writing. Oh, are you a stone carver? Oh, bagpipes. Jen says, who cares? Well, Jen, I think you're watching the wrong show, unfortunately, Jen. Sorry to inform you. There's a lot of other great places, other great shows you can watch for faster paced action. Here, we take it slow and wander around and go with the flow. Maybe it's a person playing live. Yeah, I think so. I'm following it. I'm walking slow just in case it's a funeral service. I don't want to interrupt anything. I'm going to put up the volume so people can maybe hear. Could be a funeral, yeah. Alright. think it's for a funeral. It's down there, but I can't quite see anyone playing. Kathleen sent 1,000 stars. I see no one gathered. Should we try to get closer? Let me know. Kathleen, thank you so much for the 1,000 stars. So there might be someone just playing, but let's see. Let's investigate. If it is someone playing, that'll actually be a little bit more fun. Maybe it's a recording. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. It might be indoor pipes. Someone just said Elizabeth, yeah. I wish I can go out through here. So it seems to be on this side. Yeah, somewhere down here. Yeah, something down here that we can't see. It's downhill. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. A lone bagpiper. Right there. Oh. Is there a way to get out of here? Piper's practice in the parking lot. Yeah, I think he is practicing. Or playing in honor of a friend or a family member. But he does appear to be alone. Maybe he's playing for his dearly departed. Yeah, maybe he is playing for his dearly departed. Beautiful music. Beautiful. It's wonderful. A bench. It's a beautiful bench. It's like a decorative bench. So there's like a squirrel, leaves. It's filled with moss, so I'm not going to sit on it. But it's a beautiful decorative bench. Beautiful. Fallen tree. And there seems to be a figure right there. Wow. Let's follow the light. Are you guys ready? So beautiful, the light. Wow. We have reached the light, and it's as beautiful as ever. Wow, wow. That's beautiful. And the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Ecclesiasticals 12:7. Rome. Is that a blue jay? A blue jay is somewhere up there. Oh, look, a little cherubim. Oh, there he is. Oh, wow. It's blue jays. I'll show you the one mausoleum that I see here. Lisa says he has angelic lungs. I'm convinced he's an angel. Yeah, he hasn't stopped playing. Here's Riker. Riker as in Captain Riker from Star Trek. Commander Riker, I mean. Alright, let's go back outside. Still paying their respects, so let's go the other side. Wow. Alex, you think there's a connection between the mausoleum Riker and the name of the island? Maybe, yeah, might be same family. If an island was named after him, I would say at the latest it was named after him in the late 1800s. Alright, let's go back out. That was quite a magical moment right there. Peggy, oh cool. Okay, so a few people in the comments are saying that it is named after Riker of Rikers Island. Same family or same individual. And it was named around the mid 1800s. Cool. So the cemetery is huge. Maple Grove Cemetery. Hamilton's tomb over here. No, that's in Manhattan, in Trinity Church Graveyard. So I'm not sure exactly where we were. We did walk close to Queens Boulevard. Yeah. 6 p.m. No, it closes at October to March. 5 p.m. it closes. So let's get out. Don't stay here beyond 5 because you will be locked in. Have to spend the night at a cemetery. That was wonderful. Which church does the cemetery belong to? I don't know. Let's see their brochure. Oh, they have monumental benches here in honor of Mother and Grandmother Lucy Ballenas in our thoughts and forever in our hearts. Lucy Ballenas. Oh, they have a walking tour. That's fascinating. Let's see. (1875), the backbone of Long Island, the terminal moraine. Yep. Most cemeteries were built in terminal moraines, and that's where you'll find also the most glacier erratics, which we saw a few. Terminal moraine basically was like the heaviest point of the glacier. They used to be right above us. 11,000 to 20,000 years ago. So it is a National Historic Place in 2004. And I don't see anything about any denomination. If someone could let me know what is the denomination of the cemetery. It does not appear to be Catholic, that's for sure. It might be. Hi, how's it going? Hey. Yeah.
I follow your channel.
Oh, you do? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Michelle.
Michelle.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, of course. How's it going? Let me give you a elbow bump.
Thank
How's it
you.
going? Are you from the neighborhood?
Yeah, I live in one of the buildings down the road. So
Oh.
hi everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. I love your mask.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to the grocery store, but I've been trying to walk to get some exercise. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, it's good to meet you. I don't want to keep you.
No, not at all. Do you enjoy the neighborhood?
Yeah, I do. It's
Yeah.
quiet, which
quiet.
is nice. Like, I definitely, if you have a chance to get to Danny's, it's really good.
Oh, yeah. Yes, exactly. A lot of people are recommending it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other recommendations in this area that you enjoy?
If you like sushi, there's a food market
Yeah.
right next to Danny's, and the sushi's really good. It's only like $6.
Oh, cool. Good to know.
It's really delicious. And then when if you're going back to Manhattan, there's a coffee shop right next to the train station across from the restaurant.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Nice to meet you, Michelle.
Yes,
Have a good day. No worries at all. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh, my pleasure.
Have a good day. So that's Michelle. Everyone give a round of hearts to Michelle. Thank you so much for saying hi. That's so awesome. Michelle says she lives nearby and her favorite pizzeria is Danny's, and right in front there's great sushi and also great coffee right by the train station. Is that Maple Grove Cemetery? Yes. Non-sectarian cemetery. Thank you so much, Mo. So it's non-denominational, non-sectarian. I would assume a lot of people here buried are Protestant, but it doesn't seem to be part of any specific denomination. Fan number 4, yeah, we've had 4 people, yeah, family, entire family, like a family of 4. Justine, Rivka, and Michelle. That's awesome. Wow, this I think I'm breaking a record. Yeah. I broke a record, ladies and gentlemen. Officially broke a record of most people saying hi in one video. Family of like 4-ish and 3 others. So up to 8 people. Oh, look at that.
But has she not been walking up, going into?
Oh yeah, all languages are accepted here as long as someone's not spamming. Alex, yes, there's a Wikipedia page. Yeah, there's a Wikipedia page almost for everything in New York City. So awesome, yeah. I want to learn more about that there. More Tudor housing here. Flags are lower due to COVID-19 deaths. Yes, they are. I appreciate, thank you. I appreciate that, and talk about opening your eyes up. What is the catchphrase? Woke, says Rachel. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sometimes it's nice to have a nice calming journey. Sometimes no words are needed, just the sounds of our environment. Joe says, wow, congrats on over 30K. What 30K point one. Thank you. I appreciate it. Are these buildings soundproof? Great question. I don't think so. A lot of them do strike me as pre-war buildings, or not pre-war, but built just around that time. And if that's the case, I would say probably they're not soundproof. Now, they are made of brick. Some of them are made out of stone. So I would say that too much sound is not coming in, but not soundproof to the level of like modern condominiums that were built in the last 50 years or so. Elizabeth says they're not soundproof. Okay, Elizabeth, thank you for letting us know. So Elizabeth says they're not soundproof. Yep. Justine says, yes, these are pre-war. Thank you so much for clarifying, Justine. So yeah, pre-war buildings weren't really developed with soundproofing. Soundproofing is more of a concept started, I think, around the 60s, which is not this style at all. They might be retrofitted, but I doubt any of these apartments are really retrofitted. All right, now let's go to our final stop. Let's see if Danny's, there's no line, or if it's a small line for our final stop. Thank you everyone who said hi, and all the wonderful recommendations and people keeping the good vibes in the comments. Oh, someone mentioned to see the park right by the theater. Let's do that before we go to Denny's. There's a lot of people here, so I'll show you very briefly from the other side of the street. So this is the back side of the theater. And it's a tiny little park with a mural. Sinatra. Lots of old movie references here. Casablanca. Oh, so cool. Nicholas, you live up the block as well. Whoa. We have a lot of Kew Gardeners watching. That's so cool. Justine says, keep going further up. You mean? Like this street, Justine? But, oh, okay. All right, I know what you mean. Here we go. Rodney Dangerfield. Don't get no respect. Don't get no respect. Don't get no respect. Love it. The legend, comedian, Rodney Dangerfield. That's my best impression of him. Elizabeth, the Rodney Dangerfield mural is new. Really, is it? Oh, that's so cool. His wife wanted to remove. She lost that battle. Why? Why would her wife want it to be removed? That's weird. Seems like such a lovely tribute. And that was his famous catchphrase. He used it all the time. I think so. I remember seeing the comedy, like I remember him saying it directly. And also in movies. Someone recommended this Indian restaurant. I'll show it to you in the storefront. She said it didn't look like him. Yeah, it kind of doesn't look like him. I get it, yeah. I think they could have done a little bit of a better job in terms of his likeness. Lisa says, this has been a very deep live stream. Oh, I'm so happy. So let me show you the menu. It's closed right now. And someone is honking like crazy.
It's not for you. Come.
Someone's very angry. Yeah, someone. There was a very old couple, elderly, who was on. They had these wheels to get around, and it seems that the driver was impatient for that elderly couple to cross the street. All right, let's check out Danny's. Crossing fingers. Hey, you also watch Urbanist? Hey, what's your names? Can I show it? That's so cool. What's your names? Mike and what's your name? Vanessa. Mike and Vanessa, nice to see you. Are you guys from Queens as well? From this neighborhood. Oh, cool. You enjoy it?
Enjoy Danny's.
Yeah. I will, yeah. Awesome. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye. So Vanessa and Mike, everyone. So 8, 9, 10. Far bested the record of what I used to have, which was 3. So 10 urbanists saying hello. That's so awesome. In the most unlikely neighborhoods. So that's so cool. Maybe I should visit more of these Queens neighborhoods. Let me know if you want to see more Queens neighborhoods these upcoming weeks. Aside from Kew Gardens, there's a bunch of others. That's so cool. Thank you, Vanessa and Mike. 10 people. 10 people. You guys are going to make it very hard to beat in the future. Luciano says I'm a celebrity. No, it just happens to be a lot of fans from Kew Gardens for some reason. I have attracted the Kew Gardens crowd. I think I've been shared a lot in Kew Gardens groups. That's why. There's a few people who love Kew Gardens. All right, let's check out Danny's. I'm going to be quiet for a little moment. Maybe point the camera down, so don't mind me. Hey, excuse me, do I order over here? Are you guys open? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hey, I'll have 1 cheese, please. Thank you. 1 cheese. Not too hot. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Here's $1 tip for you guys. Have a great day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, my dear. Look at us.
Okay, so I'm going back to the train station. Mo knows they know you, yeah. I could have dropped your name. All right, let me get settled. I'll continue walking. Bear with me for a little bit. All right. That's funny because another Urbanist fan said that it's sweet too. All right, let's try 1 slice. And this is the fish market that Michelle recommended. I only have capacity for 1 meal, but here for anyone coming for some good sushi, inexpensive. Look at that. So our final stop, let me know if you have any questions, concerns, anything on your mind about the state of the world. Let me know. Actually, should I go this side? I'm gonna go the other side because I'm gonna go some other direction. So bear with me. It was the other way. Just cheese and extra love. Yeah, I had to go for classic cheese. They had the pesto. I gotta admit, I don't usually like pesto, but I showed that pesto slice very briefly and it looked really good, actually. Hey, Alexander says, shout out from the Charging Bull. Oh, Alexander, you're visiting the Charging Bull now. That's awesome. Thank you so much for a $5 super chat. Is it always this quiet? I barely come to this neighborhood, but from my experience in other Queens neighborhoods, yeah, Queens is not really a loud place. But maybe it was a bit more vibrant. If anyone can let me know. Dawn, yes, I'm still in Kew Gardens, but about to end my live stream. Just about to taste test this pizza. Kids taking a selfie in a very dangerous position. That's funny. All right. We can see your silhouette. Yeah. Ariel's the pizza on the sweet side. I'm about to try it out. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to find a quiet spot I can put my camera down. All right, I'm gonna do one slice because I actually gotta take this train. I'm gonna do one bite. Everyone knows the rules. One bite as this train is about to come. Right here, look at that. So otherwise I gotta wait for the next train. Oh my God. God damn! I'm sorry, train. You gotta wait. I'm gonna finish the slice. Wow. This is amazing. The sauce is definitely on the sweeter side. Definitely on the sweeter side. I thought I could only do one bite, but wow. Such a punch of energy. Definitely sweet sauce, but ooh, that breading. It's all is very good. Classic New York City slice, but they do have a bit of a sweeter sauce. I did not expect this to be that good. I'm always a bit skeptical when people say, try this amazing pizza place. I do get it that there's a lot of good pizza places out there. And when people tell me, oh, try this pizza place, it's amazing. I usually think like, okay, this will be a good slice at least because a few people are already recommending it. But a lot of people tend to be biased, of course, due to their neighborhood joint. Totally understandable. It's like a lot of people's favorite cooking is their grandmother's. Totally get it. But this joins the ranking of some of the best pizzas I've had in New York City. Classic New York City slice. The bread is cooked to perfection. Nice splattering of cheese. I think the best thing about this is just how it's cooked. The cheese tastes pretty fresh. You know, that kind of shredded mozzarella. As fresh as you could get with shredded mozzarella. And that sauce is very sweet itself. So, wow, this is quite a pack of beautiful pizza. Get yourself a pizza from Danny's. Come here. Get yourself a pizza from Danny's. Maybe get a bigger pizza. Maybe get yourself an entire pie if you need to. Because during these times, sometimes it's good to get a nice pizza. divine. It tastes like it tastes a little bit like the pizza of my childhood. Back when I was a kid, I remember there's certain pizza shops like Danny's. There was one that I showed actually once in my video called Sam's Pizza in Jackson Heights that have that sweetness to it. And Sam's Pizza is also known as one of the top pizzerias in New York City. And also Rosa's Pizza, which used to be in Jackson Heights but no longer, had also that sweetness to it. So it reminds me of that pizza from my childhood. And I think these pizzerias from further out, and there's someone staring at me for some reason. I have no idea why, like angrily. Ladies and gentlemen, this happens in live video. A guy keeps looking back like angrily, like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, I'm standing at a train platform, dude. Sorry if I get distracted. It's hard not to pay attention when people are acting weird. They want the pizza, maybe. He's like, I'm like, like, I'm standing here. It's a platform. Anyone could stand here. He's still looking at me. So weird. New Yorkers are weird, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't seem to be doesn't seem to be shady. He's with his son, little kid. But he's doing that you talking to me phase. Great pizza. Highly recommend it, ladies and gentlemen. So this was a beautiful journey through Kew Gardens. There's a lot more to Kew Gardens. By no means did I give a comprehensive tour of Kew Gardens. By no means did I show everything there is need to show. But these videos, hopefully they spark your curiosity whenever you visit here, or they give you a nice, relaxing 2 hours that you can enjoy, you know, your explorations here in New York City vicariously. So I hope this came to some use for you guys. If it came to some use, feel free to press that that like button. Judith, if you have an important question, ask right now or forever hold your peace. So glad you enjoyed my little town. Justine, I really did. Great recommendation, Justine. Justine, Michelle, Fralika. Please remind me of the name. Sometimes it's a bit hard for me to remember certain names. And Michael and Vanessa. And Chu and his family. So that is amazing. Another enjoyable walk. Thank you so much for the stroll, says Loma. And I'm glad you ate in this area with the slice of pizza. Oh, I'm glad, yeah. And I'm glad you like KG. I did. And new subscriber, Sean. Oh, cool, Sean, welcome. And yeah, it was exploring Kew Gardens. Right, Kew Gardens. He thinks you're nuts talking to yourself. Maybe that's why. And let me see if Judah had that one and very important question. Rivka, thank you so much. Rivka. Shout out to Rivka. Do you know that you have some gray beard? Yes, I do. A lot of people think I'm dirt. I got food on my beard. It's not, ladies and gentlemen. It's some gray beard. Some gray beard. It's natural. Humans all around the world tend to have a little bit gray in their beard. Many men do so. So many men, I know them personally, men who are older, family friends who do paint their beard. I ain't gonna do that. I enjoy my grays. So I'm going to embrace it. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.